Alright, so we're gonna do the day of eating now, or today, but for me to eat breakfast, I have to wake up extra early so I can go to the gym early still. So it's currently 5:32 in the morning, and we're gonna go get my breakfast, which for the bulk is gonna be one Uncrustable, one banana, 2 tablespoons hazelnut spread, cup of milk. I think that's it, but you'll see. I'm gonna go make it real quick. Alright, so I got my breakfast here, and what it is, like I said a second ago, have one Uncrustable with 2 tablespoons of hazelnut spread, one banana, and then we have 2 cups of whole milk measured out. Whole milk because it's more calories, 150 calories per cup. And for the entire meal, it's 855 calories, 22 grams of protein, 106 grams of carbs, and 38 grams of fat. And throughout the whole day, you're going to see that I'm eating a lot of fat, but I'm on a bulk, so it's fine. It doesn't matter. Anyways, I'm going to eat all this now. I just got something brown on my hand. Anyways, I'm going to eat all of this food now. I guess on camera. It makes sense. So good. I got 4 boxes of these. Oh, these bananas not ripe. Okay, don't mind how I peel this banana. That was literally horrible. I'm gonna grab a fork real quick. Got the fork. I don't want to get my hands dirty when I touch the camera. So to get the hazelnut spread down, I'm probably just gonna eat it with the banana, because it'll taste good and just help it go down. That's a lot. Okay, let's work that over here. Alright, looks pretty good, I guess. That was indeed pretty good. Yeah, this 2 cups of milk before the gym is not gonna hit. But I'm not doing my cardio until about an hour, hour and a half after until I get there. Because I gotta work out first. So I'll probably be fine, but we'll see. Let me see if I can set the camera up lower so you can see the food. You can see a little bit Uncrustable. These are literally heavenly. I'm gonna have no trouble eating those during the bulk. I'm on this brown stuff. I don't know what it is. Okay. A little hard to get off, so I'm gonna have to use my time. Did you hear that noise that just came from my throat when I opened my mouth? I hope you heard that so I don't sound insane. That was weird. Alright, we got a little over half the banana consumed. And if you want to be completely accurate, when you eat like bananas, avocados, stuff like that, you can use a scale after you cut it up. But I usually only do that when I'm eating meats. Like I'll measure my chicken raw and cooked, and then I'll measure my ground beef raw and cooked. But my rice too. But for banana, I just don't really care. So for all my calories for the day, with everything we're gonna eat, I'm going to have eaten 3,025 calories if I count it right. Which is a lot, but it's a bulk. I actually haven't cooked the chicken yet, and I've been getting kind of tired of air fried chicken or baked chicken and grilled chicken. So like, I think I'm gonna try this recipe I saw on TikTok like 2 years ago, and it's like crock pot chicken. So I'm gonna try that with only half the chicken. If I don't like it, well, we're gonna have to eat it. That morning stretch is so good, especially after a day of working out. Or no, after a leg day. After a good leg day, that stretch, so good. Unless you're getting like that muscle soreness from doing a different workout for the first time. Like I worked my abductors. I went to Planet Fitness once, like 2 weeks ago, and like a week later, like I still felt it. Like right now, when I spread my legs, I can still feel. It's like a good pain when you do that. Anyways, I know I'm not recording my workout today because I'm going with my partner. But today, what did we do yesterday? Back and biceps. So today's legs. You know, honestly, I don't even hate legs. I like I like working out legs, but I hate squat. Any variation. Squat to me is like I don't know, it's just the worst thing in the world. I hate standard squat the most though. Like just regular squat. That's what I had to do at Planet Fitness. And if I remember while making this video, I'll actually I'm gonna watch the video. But I'll put up a video in a second of my legs shaking after doing like a bunch of seated calf raises, and it was like I did my entire leg workout and then squat because I didn't want to do it first, and I was just making my way around the new gym because I've never been there before. And yeah, I'll put up a video now, and that's of my legs shaking right before squat. But it was on Smith machine. I did the Smith machine squat, so I wasn't like shaking before. Banana gone. All we got left is the rest of this milk. And it's uncrustable. Gotta save the best for last. if y'all go on a bulk or haven't gone on a bulk yet because you don't know how to get all your calories in, I'm not an expert, but I'm telling you, milk with every meal, whole milk. You get 1 cup, 150 calories. You're also hitting your protein with it. Then oil, dude, like most oils, it's like 120 calories per tablespoon. And when a lot of people cook, they don't even look at how much oil they're putting. Like they literally just start pouring it in the pan. It's just like on and on. Which I wouldn't exactly say do fried foods because it's kind of hard to know how much it absorbs. But yeah, or if you do protein shakes or smoothies, just a tablespoon of oil, you won't even taste it. Easy. Some people do a raw egg. That's people doing eggs for calories just like isn't smart to me. I mean, I guess like scrambled eggs, like I don't know why it's like the variation of cooked egg is easier to eat than other variations of egg. Like I could eat. There's actually an old video on my TikTok. I think I privated it, but I ate 12 eggs for a meal, and like I almost threw up finishing it. But like I think I could reasonably eat 8 to 10 eggs. Um, but then you gotta buy a bunch of eggs, and you gotta worry about your mom coming home being like, "What are you doing? Why are there 20 eggs in my pan?" Mom chills for TikTok. Oh, man. That last bite was a little hard to get down because it had like no chocolate in it. Alright, so put the camera up. You can see I finished my food. Oh, I mean, there's like a little bit spread out right there, but it's alright. The milk on, and it is now 5:53. I'm gonna have to spin this video, flip it so you can actually see it. Because if you haven't seen me in person and you've only seen me on like social media, I don't look exactly like this. I look flipped, which you'll see when I post this. And you're gonna notice my lazy eye, my right eye. It's very blurry. Barely see. Well, I don't really know what else to say. Let me see. I got a few minutes left. Like I said, I'm hitting legs today. Well, legs and abs. And then, yeah, legs and abs. And for legs, I'm doing pendulum squat. Pendulum squat first, just to get squat out of it. And then after I do my squat, I'll do calf raises on the pendulum squat. We don't have a seated calf raise machine, but I can do it on the pendulum squat. And make sure you focus on more of the bottom half to mid part of the movement on calf raises because it's the best stretch, most tension, so gives you the most growth. If you didn't know that, just a little tip. Then I'll do leg extensions, and I usually go pretty heavy on that. And then I'll also have to figure out my 8, 10, 12 rep range on that. So on no, not on Wednesday. Huh. Okay, on Wednesday, y'all are gonna get a chest and triceps video. That's what y'all are gonna get. Okay, yeah, because today is Monday. Today's Monday. Tomorrow, Tuesdays, would be my chest and tricep after my legs. But then that means Wednesday would be another shoulder, which I don't really feel like you'll need. So I could switch tomorrow for shoulder and abs, or I could swap it for on Wednesday. I could just give y'all another shoulder and ab workout, or I could swap it to chest and triceps. I don't have many viewers, so comment what you would rather see first, because you're gonna get both on this weekend. On Saturday and Sunday, you'll get 2 more workout videos. Just comment what you would rather see on Wednesday. So you can either see, okay, not legs. You can either switch between shoulders and chest and triceps. But you gotta comment today when I post, tonight when I post the video. I know tomorrow. And tomorrow, probably won't get a video of eating. I'll probably post a video of eating on Thursday. I think that's good. I don't want to be posting like every single day because it's just I like I like filming, but I also like working out with music, and I like eating in silence or watching YouTube because I'm an iPad kid. So I gotta go this time, but I will talk to y'all later when I'm eating my lunch, or I'll make a little clip after the gym. Alright guys, the quality's really bad. I'm outside. Got my bang. Apparently my grandpa needed to leave extra early for work today, so I didn't even get a ride to the gym. I was mid-walk to their house. I heard his truck outside my house. I went outside at 6. Gone. I hear him going down the road. I text him, and yeah, so I'm gonna have to wait to go to the gym. I don't know how long. That sucks. But I wish he would have told me that he's leaving extra early, so I could have got up earlier. Anyways, like I said, I'll film when I'm eating my next meal, or after gym, if I can even go to the gym early. Second thought, my grandma should be awake. I'm gonna go ask her. Forgot to record the other part, but my grandma said yes to taking me to the gym. She took me, and I got my workout in, hit legs. My skin looks a little weird. Anyway, so I got my workout in, and the reason why I didn't say any calories or anything for the bang is because it had it. Let me look at it right now. Actually, I still have it. It's right here. So I mean, you can see 0 calories, 2 grams carbs, 0 protein, 0 fat. There was just no point in saying it, but yummy. Favorite flavor. Anyways, I'm not gonna eat my other food right now. I'll probably eat within the next hour. It's currently, oh, let me look at the oven. It's 10:09 according to my stove. So, and we'll say at 11. At 11 o'clock, I'll probably start cooking the food, and then, yeah, I will eat that up, and I will obviously record it, or else I wouldn't be telling you this. Alright, so we're going to cook my lunch now, and it's not quite 11, it's 10:46, but it'll be done around 11, so we'll be good. So, right here, I measured out my fries, 6 ounces, just so I can get it exact on the calories and everything, the macros. And we're gonna throw that in the air fryer. And we got beans for protein, and just because I like them. Honestly, it'll be easier for me to get down. So I'm gonna throw these in the air fryer real quick. Yeah. Just chuck them all in. All right, there we go. 400 for 13 minutes. That'll probably be a 13, 14, whatever I put on 13. All right, now The beans we're going to wait to heat up. But right now, we're going to prepare our chicken for the next 3-4 days. So we need to do, let me see, these scissors. We got our chicken. Look at that. All that chicken for $12.46. That's good. Now, I'm going to, I need to look at my notes and see how much I need to roll. Let me cut open the package, and we're going to cut off all the fat, which I know we're on a bulk, but I don't really like the fat on chicken anyway, so I might as well cut it out. And I already counted the calories in with most of that cut off, so we just need to take care of that, which you're going to watch me do, unless you decide to skip the part of the video, which would be pretty mean. Anyways, and I don't know if I said this earlier, but we're going to be cooking this in the crock pot. See all this fat? I'm not eating that. Anyways, yeah, we're going to be cooking this in the crock pot. The recipe I saw on TikTok, this guy from like a year ago, says it takes 4 hours. That's why I'm doing it now. So it'll be finished by the time I eat dinner. I also, what made me kind of mad is I forgot to weigh myself this morning before I started eating. So before I eat any of this, hopefully I remember to go weigh myself. I already got chicken on my hands, so I'd rather wait. And a lot of times I'll wash my chicken, but right now I'm not gonna. Really just don't feel like it. And it contaminates a little bit, so. No, it's not all the fat, but, get its calories. We're just gonna throw that in the crock pot. And we are gonna season it. I'm just gonna season it with what I usually use. Paprika, salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, a little bit of cayenne pepper. And then we're gonna throw chicken broth in there too to keep it juicy. Because you definitely don't want dry chicken. Especially in a crock pot meal. Ugh. You can see me. Okay, I didn't know you could see me cut this up, but you can. So, alright, let's get that off. Yeah. Using scissors, once you go scissors cutting off fat, you don't go back. Just makes it a lot easier. Once you start using scissors, using a knife just doesn't make sense anymore. I mean, of course, if I'm dicing up the chicken, I'll use a knife, but when you're cutting fat off, this is easier. Yeah, this is a little harder to get in those little crevices, but get rid of that tendon. I think that's what that is. Get rid of that. Alright. That's pretty good. There's 2 pieces. I'll cut this other piece in half. Alright, there we go. I want to cut that fat off. Alright. Might hear my brother in the background. Anyways. Not that. Hold on, a piece of fat right here. Just yank that off. Alright.
What you doing?
Making a video.
Oh, my bad.
You're good. Just run up the paprika in. A bunch of paprika. Show that. Lots of it. And we're going to mix it around too, so don't worry about that. Salt. Probably about a tablespoon. Some pepper. Again, probably about around a tablespoon. Then the garlic powder. Ooh. Bunch of garlic powder. If you want measurements, probably about a tablespoon and a half, 2 tablespoons. Quite a lot of that. Not a lot of. Oh, gets in your lung. Not a lot of cayenne pepper. Unless you really like it spicy, but. Anyways, enough of that. That burns if it gets in your nose. Then, that's not a big side. We're going to go in with the onion powder. That's what that is, right? Yep, onion powder. That was a lot. It'll be alright. Now, you can see that. Okay. And again, I mean, I'm seasoning all this with the clean hand. This is the chicken hand. Now we're just going to pour broth in. I don't actually know how much, but there's not much in here left. And I don't actually know the macros on this. There's no fat, no carbs, 1 gram protein, 5 calories, so it's not really worth counting anyway. We're just going to pour all that in. It's a little more than the guy put on the video, but it's alright. Now I'm just going to mix it all around. It kind of looks gross. But I mean, it's raw chicken, so it's not exactly going to look appetizing either. Oh my. That's not good. Well, we're going to put that on high temp crock pot meal for 4 hours. I'm probably going to flip it in 2 hours, and I'll probably film myself doing that too. Anyways, I'm going to look at the fries. So the fries are at 6 minutes left. If they're not that crispy, I'll probably add another minute. And then we're going to cook those beans up. And with this meal, I don't know if I told you everything that's in the lunch. So the beans, the fries, the 3 tablespoons ketchup, then 1 cup of milk, and then an Uncrustable. But we're probably going to do the Uncrustable after we finish the other foods, because if we do it, if we microwave it before, then it's not really going to be that soft by the time I finish the other foods, and I don't want to eat it first either. You know, you want it, it's kind of like a dessert. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we're going to eat that last. Remember, guys, when you're cooking with chicken, clean your hands pretty well. And any tools you use, or not tools, knives, stuff like that. I don't know if you can hear the sink. You probably can. I hope it's not too loud. But I'm only going to be here for a few more seconds. Alright. I'm going to dry my hands. Then we're going to get these beans going. Okay. Who thought on my gym account you'd see me cooking? That's not actually that surprising. Anyways, yeah, warming up. This is actually the first meal I've ever made in a crock pot myself. Not the first one I've had, obviously, but first one I've ever made, personally. So, just gonna throw this away, put all my spices up, and then I'm gonna put the beans in the microwave in a bowl. And I do kind of like to add sour cream to them, but I don't really feel like counting the macros, and I don't want to get too many calories, because the point of the bulk isn't just to get fat. It's to slowly gain weight. So if I gain more than 0.75 to 1 pound a week, then I'll probably lower down the calories, because at that point I'm just getting fat, and that's one of my biggest fears in life. And I really don't want that to happen. So, here we go. Gotta be cautious. And on the bowl, making sure I get my protein in, because if I don't get my protein, then I'm not going to build all the muscle I need to build. And with this, I'm getting more than enough protein in than I need, which is good. Which, I mean, there is at some point too much protein. There is a such thing. But, I don't know, it's not going to do me any harm with how much I'm getting. So I think I'm just going to stick with it for this week. And, who knows, the meal prep might be the same next week. It depends on, you know, how much I like this meal prep. If this meal prep is tiring me out, then I'll change it. Or just go with it one more week and then make a new one. Oh, my brother's in the background. Anyways, throw this chicken fat away. See, I didn't cut much off. Just a little bit.
Want a piece?
What?
Want a piece of the microphone?
No, it's a different one I ordered. Yeah.
I didn't know they looked like that.
Yeah. It's the same brand. It's just a different piece to plug in the phone. USB-C instead of the. Now, I'm gonna open this can of beans. That was my brother, Junior. He had a little YouTube thing going too, but you know, just see how his goes. I'm gonna put the food scale up real quick. That can stay. Gotta get me a bowl for these beans. What do we want to do? This is gonna be interesting. I think y'all will like this. We're gonna use this for the beans, or give us a little bit of better presentation. I'm gonna pour a little bit of the juice out. I don't know if it's called juice or not, but I don't really care. Now I'm just gonna pour the beans, all of them, into here. Hopefully they all fit. Alright, the lid's kind of having trouble coming off, but I don't want them to fly out. There we go. Oh, they don't all fit very well. What are we gonna do about that? I really thought they'd all fit, guys. Let me get a fork. Actually, I'm gonna use a spoon to eat them with, so I might as well get a spoon. Or am I? Let me think. I need a big spoon, a chunky spoon. Oh, this is the one I was looking for. Alright. Hopefully these don't spill out. I might be able to pack them in. Yeah, that works. Alright. Stuff. Now, let's put this to the side. Throw down some cornbread from last night. So we got this. It shouldn't spill out. Cold beans. Anyways, air fry this off. I'm gonna check on the fries. I'm gonna throw these in for, say, a minute, 15 seconds. These fries look pretty good, pretty crispy. A good time, so we need the grabbers. Now, when I counted the macros and calories for the fries, I don't know if it meant 6 ounces weighed cooked or raw, or not raw but frozen, because there's a little bit of ice weight. So I'm gonna put this plate on here, tear it out, and then we're gonna see how much these fries weigh cooked. I would hope that it doesn't matter much, or there's not really a difference, but just gonna have to see. Alright guys, I have a pretty strong feeling this is not gonna be right, or even close. Well, at first it weighed 6 ounces frozen, and now it's 3.55 ounces cooked, so I really hope I counted this right, or I'm gonna be pretty far off from what it said. I'm gonna go look at the bag and see if it gives me any hint on what exactly it's supposed to be. Alright, oop, my shoes come off. Serving size about 27 pieces. I mean, that definitely looks about at least 27 pieces. 9 servings of 3 in each in this bag. 9 times 12. 27. I don't know if some are cooked or not. Just 3 ounces, about 27 pieces. That's definitely 27 pieces. I'm just gonna say I did this right. Probably didn't, but it's alright. Now, I gotta clean a dish. Alright, so we're actually not really gonna clean it. I just rinsed it out with water. It was the tablespoon I used to measure out the hazelnut spread this morning. Shouldn't be that dirty. But I mean, help the immune system. Wipe it off again. Alright, that's good enough for me. I'm gonna move the scale out of the way. I'll put it right here. That'll work. Alright, now we're gonna measure out 3 tablespoons of ketchup. 20 calories a tablespoon, not bad. I like them with ketchup better, and it gives me more calories, so why not? Oh, I didn't take the cap off. Sorry about that. Just got this yesterday. Oops. You shake your ketchup too, or you get that ketchup squirt stuff, and that's disgusting. Ooh, what did I do? A little over a tablespoon, so. But also, some stays, in the thing, so we'll do a little less on this one. It doesn't reach the exact sides. I'm gonna measure that out. Alrighty. How about our 3 tablespoons ketchup? A lot more ketchup than I thought. I might actually change that to 2 tablespoons. Or just cook more fries next time. I want to throw this little ketchup cap away for the paper seal. Alright, so that to the side. Got our beans ready. But they got a little excited and tried to come out. They didn't really. So now, I'm gonna put this at the table. Let's bring it over there. Or do we want to eat this at the counter? Move this. Set you down here so you can actually see me at the top of my head. I'm gonna move the camera down too. Alright, I think this should be good. I'm gonna move it a little further back actually. Sorry, I got a bunch of stuff on the table. It was recently my mom's birthday. Anyway. Oh, I had to get my 1 cup of whole milk also, so I'm gonna go measure that out and then I'll be back. After. Never mind. Beans. Spoon. I need a cup of milk. Where'd my cup go? Oh, it's right here. I don't know if y'all heard that, but it was diabolical. Alright, got our cup of milk measured out. Okay, one thing we're missing is the Uncrustable, and we're going to do that afterwards, so. Man, I really wish you could see the food. Go like this. Alright, you can kind of see it there. Go up right here, it's almost texting me. Or Instagram, whatever. Anyways, turn it a little bit. Oh, it's because this. Oh, alrighty. That's pretty good enough. Looks like you're a little angled, but You're not here for the angles, are you? Just sliced them on. Yeah, okay. Start with the beans. Yeah, next time we're doing a bigger bowl. Forget how it looks. Okay, these beans look kind of messed up. I'm going to try to keep the volume of the chewing at a minimum. I don't want you to just sit here in silence watching me shovel down beans, but I also don't want to hear smacking sounds. You know, I might go ahead and get my creatine real quick. I'm going to take a second. Got to get it in every day, obviously. Okay. Actually, you know what? We're going to save the creatine for dinner. We're going to save the milk for the Uncrustable after this. We're just going to drink plain water. Now, French fries. A little bit crispy. Alright. This one's burnt. A little burnt, but we need it anyway. Same with this one. I'd rather get the bad ones out of the way. Pretty good. Pretty good. Use a napkin. Oh. I was about to say something and then I forgot. Oh, can't see the veins right now. Oh. Zero veins. You could flex there. Let's pull the sleeves up for that. Even though we don't have a pump. I'm just so decent size. This video is probably going to be an hour, two, maybe even a little longer than an hour, because I'm showing you all the cooking. I really hope that chicken tastes good, because if it doesn't, that's all I got. Still gotta eat it. No sponsor. Do I chew weird? I've been told that before. But I mean, I've tried to control it, and I just feel like every movement I'm doing while chewing is pretty necessary. Yeah, I don't like chewing like that. I feel like I kind of chew like a cow in like those animation shows where they're like, or they're smacking their face side to side. Not even doing it on purpose that time. Like, is that how I feel? Oh. No, my point in doing these videos and stuff, inspire other people to get into lifting, whether they want to do powerlifting or, you know, just work out for their health or do bodybuilding like I do. But you gotta understand, my point is just to get you to work out, better yourself a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to get a whole can of beans in one sitting, or get a bunch of French fries and measure out 1 cup of milk exact, or eat Uncrustables and spoonfuls of hazelnut spread. You don't have to do all that. But for me, and my goals, I gotta get bigger. And I'm not taking steroids, so, well, I might as well do now, because my family thinks I'm on steroids. Saw a picture. I'll pop it up now. That picture of all my veins popping out on my right arm from the pump yesterday. And they're like, you better not be taking steroids. I'm not taking steroids. The bigger your muscles are, it depends on where your veins are at exactly, but the bigger your muscle gets, it pushes the veins to the surface. And when you have a pump, increased blood flow, and your muscles appear bigger because they are bigger because of all the blood flow they're getting, it pushes the veins even more out than usual. And that's why you see the veins. Like right now, the muscle's still big, but you don't see all the veins popping out. And if I really squeeze, you might be able to see them. Nope, I don't even see them from here. But, there you go. You can see that one. That one's already kind of roofed up. Here you can see these kind of. But, I'm not taking steroids. I don't think, honestly, I would ever take steroids. But if I were to, it'd be at least 10 years from now. Because I'd rather hit, what Jeff Nick calls is the muscle growth ceiling. And it's the maximum, or just about the maximum amount of muscle your body allows you to build. At some point, you can't, unless you use steroids. So, if I were ever to, it would be then, about 10 years from now. But I honestly don't think I ever will. never smoked or vaped before. I don't drink, but I have had sips before. But, you know, people talk about that. You know, people vape, smoke, weed, whatever, cigarettes, get drunk, go out to parties and stuff. But then, why does you even mention steroids? Everyone's a doctor. Everyone, everyone has something to say. Which I'm not going to be on steroids. I'm not trying to convince people. I'm not going to take them privately. It's just, you know. There's lots of things that are bad for your body that people do, but then they'll be completely against steroids. And I'm against steroids also. But how are you, someone who vapes, smokes, gets drunk a lot, even plays football, gonna be against steroids? Do you really think that going from 20 miles an hour, 25, 30, however fast you're running in football, say 25 miles an hour to 0 miles an hour in half a second is good for you? No. There's some kind of brain thing that you get from it. I forgot what it's called, but it's really bad for you. You know, people die in football, people die in baseball, basketball, all these different sports, but then they want to talk about what you're doing. And, you know, no matter what you do, you can't please everyone. And a lot of you need to realize that. You know, you, the person watching, and other people as well. You know, I probably about 6th grade, maybe 7th grade, I had to realize no matter what I do, there's always going to be someone who isn't going to like what I'm doing. You know, I used to have really long hair, believe it or not. Went down to my chin, below my chin. I remember in math class we measured it, it was 10 inches long. I got called gay. The F slur for gay. Don't know if I can say that on YouTube. That, and emo. And then I shaved it. People were like, cut my hair, cut your hair, cut your hair, cut your hair. I cut my hair. Then everyone had something else to say. And people still to this day make jokes about it. And even though it's been like 4 years, but, you know, that's just proof. No matter what you do, you can't please everyone. You know, my ex, no matter what I did, I was an amazing boyfriend to her. And it's not just my opinion. Many people told me I was an amazing boyfriend to her. I'm not going to go too deep into this, but, you know, she lost interest. I'm not going to say that. But apparently I wasn't a good boyfriend. Or I had to lose interest, and I did a bunch of stuff. Anyways, not going to get into that. But, you know, I'm glad, like, talking about stuff. You know, I want to get messages out there. I mean, I want you to get to know me, but I also want to get certain messages out there. I mean, in working out, you need to, you know, no Diddy, but you need to please yourself. What I mean is you need to do things, take steps to level yourself up in life. You know, some people have said life is like a video game. Well, I mean, you spend hours on a game leveling up your character. And I play games time to time, yeah, every day. Not always though, but you know, you'll spend hours and hours and days on end leveling up your character. But then in the real world, that does nothing for you. So why are you wasting so much time leveling up your character in a game when you could level up your character in the game of life? Yeah, it's just waste of time. I'm not saying cut video games out of your life completely, but what I'm saying, take some of that time from playing video games and spend it on real life experiences. You know, there's certain feelings that different things can give you. You know, the human interaction experience, you need to be able to maybe a little bit. You need to be able to experience things in life. You know, and just sitting around playing a game. I understand. I mean, there's different coping mechanisms. Like almost just said the N word. Different coping mechanisms that people do. You know, such as smoking, maybe drinking. Then there's binge eating. Kind of how I'm doing, but I'm not doing it to cope. I'm doing it to bulk. Let's do that. Music can be a coping mechanism. Self-harm, which honestly, doing drugs is also self-harm. So is binge eating, but you know, going into the gym and putting in the work, getting big, even if you don't care about looking big, do you not care about your health at all? And if not, you really should. Like, it's like, oh, I can't go to the gym, or I don't have money to go to the gym. For the first year, I had dumbbells and a bench in a building outside, not air conditioned at all. That sucked. That sucked. Last summer, I had a bunch of daddy long legs are in there right now. Right now. I'll even put up a picture right now of them. Yep, you saw them. So that's proof that they're there right now. But last year, I would have to go in there with a leaf blower every morning, blow them off the ceiling, because if I didn't, they would drop down on me during my workout. But no matter what the circumstances were, if it was thunderstorming outside, if I had a leak in the ceiling, if it's 90 degrees in there, I'm still in there every day working out. I mean, now I'm not in there every day because I go to my actual gym that's air conditioned, which is amazing and a privilege, which I'm very glad for. But, you know, not everyone can do that, and that sucks, but you gotta learn how to appreciate things. A lot of people take so many things for granted, like me sitting, eating with a bowl. Even me just eating out of this bowl, having bowls to eat out of is a privilege. Having bottled clean water to drink is a privilege. You need to be thankful for the things you have. And I mean, I'm not even the most grateful person. There are things I take for granted every day that I need to stop doing. And, you know, trying. But, I mean, me being able to bulk, choosing to be able to bulk and eat a lot of food every day, some people don't even know if they're gonna have food to eat every day. And you need to realize that. Like, even if it's just a can of beans. Like, some people don't even have a meal to eat. Some people, you know, tribes out there, they don't feel the way our homeless people do because they don't know what it's like to once have something. They eat out of tree bark that they scraped off the tree and they scoop it up, make a bowl out of it. Eat out of half a coconut. Kind of cool, honestly. But, like, you know, people have to go hunt for their food. You don't have to do that. Some people do it for fun. I don't find hunting fun, but, you know, just go to the store, buy food, fine, easy. Don't even think about it. But, you know, appreciate the things you have in life, and don't take things for granted. Like, so many people think, oh, my life is so bad, my mom hates me, my dad beats me, stuff like that. And I understand. Those things are horrible. But at least you have a roof over your head. At least you have food to eat. Even if it's not a lot. Some people die of starvation because they literally cannot get food. So be grateful for the things you have. Some people have nothing. And I understand, like, even if you're grateful for the things you do have, mom still yells at you, your dad still beats you, you lost all your friends. I've been there. Okay, my dad never hit me. My dad never beat me. Not gonna say my mom hasn't yelled at me, but I mean, everyone's mom yells at him. But, like, you gotta grow up. And I'm talking more to my male audience because kind of what 99.99% of you are. Really 100. But, you know, as a man, we gotta get over stuff. You can't be binge eating. You can't just be watching Netflix all day, playing Roblox or whatever. Like, you know, take A lot of people complain about the heat outside. At least you have a house to go inside to cool down every now and then. Even if you can't afford the cooling that much, at least you have a house. At least you have a bed to sleep on. If you do. Most of you do. So, you wouldn't be able to watch this video right now if you weren't on a phone, tablet, Nintendo, TV, whatever, laptop. So, just be appreciative. No? Pretty sure my phone might run out of battery. I'm not battery. Storage soon. Again, I forgot to go delete stuff. I don't really know what to delete though. But I'll figure that out from there. Because this is going to be a longer video. Probably about an hour and a half. Anyways. I don't know what else to talk about. I think you've heard enough about the appreciation talk. I'm not going to give you a lecture on that. Because if you wanted a lecture, you'd be in college right now. I might actually end this recording right now, just so I can finish these beans. It's taking me a while to chew and stuff. Then, once I do that, I'll probably start recording once I get the Uncrustable on a plate in front of me, just so I can save some storage. So, I'm going to finish this. I'm not lying about it. I want this more than I want someone to watch it, so I'll record back when I'm done. Alright, I'm back. Alright, I'm back and raise this a little bit higher. Sorry for putting that on. Alright, I did finish the beans. A little bit later, I wasn't that hungry, so I just saved this for about 20 minutes. And yes, the milk is still cold, even though it's been sitting here. But, let's think. I want to say something. I don't know what to say. But I also don't want to just speak nonsense either. I'm not just here because I want you to get in the gym. I do want you to get in the gym. That's a big part of it, but also want you guys to I want you guys to self-improve in ways other than physically. Read that book, go outside, start that business idea. What are you so afraid of? Kind of like what I was talking about earlier. My dog's down there begging. Anyways, like I was saying earlier about focusing on all the bad, but not focusing enough on the good and being grateful. People are too scared to do things because all they do is focus on the bad. Pretty yummy. Anyways, so I'm gonna steal this. Well, now some of you may not know who Togi is, but like Togi said, you could get a 1 foot long board, 2 foot long board, whatever, place it on the ground, walk across it successfully 100 times. But take the same board, put it up 1,000 feet in the air, 99% of people are going to fail because they're so scared of falling that that's all they're focused on, and they're going to fail because they're only focused on the negative. But if you focus on the positive, realize it's a lot easier than it looks, or even just take the chance, even if it's not easy. You can get unexpected results. Okay, this is going everywhere. I'm gonna have to lick the plate up. Oh gosh. But yeah, focus on the good. Stop focusing on everything bad going on around you. Stop being so upset about your girlfriend breaking up with you. Like I said earlier about your friends leaving you. That stuff happens. You just gotta grow up. Well, not even just growing up, it's just becoming mentally stronger. You know? Shut up. How do you think you're gonna be successful in life? All you're focused on is women. Or if you're a girl, focused on men. I'm not saying you shouldn't be in a relationship, but I'm saying you should be more focused on your goals. If you have goals, if you don't, here's your biggest problem. You don't have anything to work towards. So, yeah, so many of you don't have plans. You know, me, for example, I want to be, I don't really care about competing in bodybuilding, but I want to get really big and working out and stuff. And my plan to do that isn't to just work out. It's doing research on what workouts are the best, doing the best weight and rep ratio, and working out a certain amount of times a week, every day, and eating right, doing the bulking, cutting phases, counting calories, protein. That's my plan. Which I didn't like write it all down. It's just, my everyday focus. So I don't need to. But if you're just putting in work that you don't know what the results are going to be, that's another problem. You know. Sniper for the military doesn't just think, or can't use that. Let's say hitman, whatever. They don't just take the sniper and say, okay, I want to shoot that person from 500 feet away. They don't just aim shoot. They aim, calculate the wind, the downfall of it. Have a plan. You need a plan to get where you want to be. So if you want to do anything in life and have good results, have a plan. Is my mic on? Okay, I thought it wasn't for a second. Anyways, you need a plan. Everyone needs a plan. It doesn't have to be perfect. Some things are going to change. Not always, but, a lot of the time. But, yeah. I don't know what else to say. But I can show you all the chicken. I just flipped it. I didn't actually count a timer, so I'm just going to have to look at the other recording. Let me drink this milk real quick. Here we go. This is the chicken. I flipped it a bit ago. Steaming. Looks alright. Smells a little weird, I don't know. Just gonna see how it tastes when it's done. But yeah, I don't really know what else to say. Just want to give you guys good content. No, I didn't talk much through the last two videos. Well, yesterday I did pretty good. Today, for the beginning, I feel like I was kind of boring. I don't know. I don't want to be too boring, but a lot of people nowadays have the attention span of a dead hamster, so it's kind of hard to get an audience, even if they do have a good attention spam. Just a little harder with that, but things of value take time, hard work. You don't just get things by doing nothing. You have to put in some kind of work. Let me turn you around. You gotta put in some kind of work to get good results. And if you're not putting in work, is there stuff on my face? Oh, it's just my acne. Alright, that's great. Anyways, so yeah, I guess I'll start. Am I just upside down right now? I think I might just be upside down. That's not good. Anyways, I'm gonna start recording when the chicken's closer to done, and I have the rice because we're gonna eat rice, a cup of rice, and the avocado. Oh, I didn't actually tell you the macros and calories on the meal I just ate, so I'm gonna go look at that and then I'll tell you what it is. All right. So with that meal, I had French fries, the ketchup with it, and then had the beans and the milk. So with that, the calories were 890, then protein 22 grams, and carbohydrates 130, and 30 grams of fat. So that's not horrible. You know, got our protein and calories in. I don't really care about tracking carbs and fat that much. A lot of people do. I haven't cared for it too much. I know I should, but I think I'll be fine for now. I just, anyways, I'm gonna start recording again once I get the rice. Well, I'll show myself cooking the rice, and I'll have the avocado also. So I'll see y'all then. All right, so the chicken is done, and I was trying to flip it, but it kind of just started shredding pretty easily, and it looks pretty good, I think. I can turn it around for you. It looks better in person than on camera, but I'm gonna put this in here, weigh it out, and then I'm gonna get a plate, measure that out too. So we're gonna, I gotta put this on here first. Here, and now we're just gonna scoop the chicken. Actually, scoop to the edge of the crock pot. All right, I'm gonna scoop the chicken without as much juice as possible, because that is gonna add a little bit of weight. And then, all right, I'm just gonna start the recording once I get all this scooped in here, because that'll be easier. All right, so I used half the chicken in the container, but I mean, with the pounds that it gives you, it's like 4.8 pounds to 6.2 pounds or something like that. So I didn't get the exact measurement that I would need. So we're not actually going to get 9.2 ounces of cooked chicken throughout all of these meals. But what we can get is 7 ounces. Well, technically 7.033 ounces. But what we're going to do, I mean, this should be good enough. And we can always eat something else around the house if we really need to get the extra calories in. Or just drink some more milk. But yeah, I have over here in the microwave already actually the cup rice, which all you have to do is take the lid off and you just throw it in the microwave for a minute and it's done. So I'm just gonna have that started. And then I'm gonna shred up this chicken and I'm gonna measure out 7 ounces and I'm gonna serve it onto a plate for me. I'm gonna serve it onto a plate for me to eat. And then I'm gonna get my last cup of milk for the day, so the 1 cup. I'm also gonna make my creatine bottle. So I have that as an extra drink. I'm gonna cut up this avocado, and after I cut it up, I might actually measure it just to get the exact calories to see if it makes up for the chicken. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then I'll start the recording back. All right, so front mic's on. I got the food. This is what it looks like. Pretty good. Now, I'm gonna try the chicken, see if we even like it, hopefully. Pretty good. Avocado, rice. Oh yeah. Together that tastes very good. Now, I'm assuming you'd probably rather see me than the food, even though the food looks very good. Huh. My pod seemed a little unstable. Anyways, so, man, I am running out of things to talk about. Well, I've already ran out of things to talk about. Now, all I can talk about is the fact that I have nothing to talk about. Hmm. Currently 3:54 in the afternoon. Bit of an early dinner. I'm not super hungry. I'm still gonna stuff my last meal. So might not eat all this now, but I don't know. Figure it out. Now this for tomorrow in the gym. Another peach 5 Celsius. Love them. 0 calories or 10 calories. Doesn't add much. No, I'm on a bulk. I got these when I was about to cut, but then I decided to bulk because I'm just like being realistically, not even just me not feeling big. I'm just not that big. Might look a little big in some of my pictures, but if I lost more fat, I would be, I don't say accused or probably called a victim weight. I don't know what that is. My best understanding of it is, you know, someone who weighs, say, someone who's 5'10", an inch taller than me, weighs 110 pounds, flexing their abs and veins popping out. Like, well, your abs and veins only pop out because of how thin you are and how little you weigh. So, obviously, they're going to pop out. But, the guy who weighs 200 pounds is at 12% body fat. His veins are popping out. Even on bulk, you can see his abs. That's the guy who's never going to get accused of victim weight. He's huge. Absolutely huge. You can tell it worked for it. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. You can tell that he worked for it. And he doesn't just have fast metabolism and eat less. It's pretty good. The rice I got, let me actually show you all the food I got. No, it's not all the food, but just some of the stuff I'm keeping in my room so no one else eats it. Got some bananas here, the beans, the rice, butter and sea salt. It's going to be backwards. Then I got 6 other avocados for the next days. And look at all that stuff too. Nice. Anyways. Ugh. Room's a little messy, don't mind it. Need to clean. And to be honest, this bed isn't even made. There's a Spider-Man blanket underneath it. It's gonna be real honest with you. But wanted to film in here because I think my mom's gonna be home not too long and I don't want her to feel like she needs to be quiet in the kitchen just because I'm filming. Hmm. So this video is gonna be really long. Like I said earlier, probably around 2 hours, hour 45 at least. But it's a full day with eating with me. And Just some people might skip over the cooking part, or me going to wash my hands a few times. But that's fine. Crazy. Pretty good. If you're taking creatine, getting a good flavor be important. And I understand why people do unflavored, but a lot of people don't drink a lot of water. So if you don't drink a lot of water and you're just taking creatine in like your coffee or in an energy drink, you're not getting your water in. Not really a point in taking it. And it'll have its downsides. You'll get diarrhea, upset stomach, stuff like that. It's just a waste of money. I got the brand I'm taking right now off of TikTok Shop. It's orange flavor or mandarin, whatever. Same thing, really. And tried it. Liked it so much. Went ahead and bought another one. Got a 2-month supply. I think next time I'm gonna try grape. Pretty yummy. And my shirt gets wrinkled because this mic. So hear me fine. Actually, better readjust that because I just moved it to the point where you might not be able to. And if you watched the video from yesterday, I had mentioned having a bunch of books that I haven't read. And I need to read. This is one I've been on for a while that I just haven't finished. But it's a really good book. Almost just got dust all over my food. It has dust to build up. But you can't read it. But don't believe everything you think. That's a really good book. I got The 48 Laws of Power. That's a really good book. Atomic Habits. That's a really good book. I've read both of those. The Way of the Superior Man. I've read that one. Let me get the other one. Let me just get them. All right. Oh, I'm dropping them. Jeez. Oh, they're gonna all get broken. This is not good. Don't want to ruin my books. Okay. So, this, The Way of the Superior Man. I'm probably gonna switch the camera around so you can actually see it. The Way of the Superior Man. That's a really good book. My memory's so bad. Also, that's what makes me not want to read it, because my memory's so bad. I don't remember any of it. Really good book. Don't remember any of it. Just remember that I really enjoyed it. And Atomic Habits. I read that a while ago. That's a really good one. That helped me a lot. Don't remember. This, The 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. That's a pretty good one. I actually bought another book by him that I just haven't read yet. And it's right here, The Daily Laws. I bought this probably about a month and a half ago, something like that. And it looks really good. I looked through some of the laws. Let's see. No, I'm not reading any of it. Meditations. I began to read this, and then I stopped reading it for a bit. So I was gonna restart it after it was months later. But then I changed books. I also have another book. I think my stepmom's borrowing it right now. It's called The Power of Now. That's a good one. Actually, I haven't read all of it. I've read some of it. And there's this. Beyond thoughts. This has a lot of like just quotes in it. You can see. Anyways, there's a bunch of quotes in it. You can see that a little bit. Okay, I use money as bookmarks. Don't worry about it. I'm broke, so. Anyways, let's see. One of the greatest powers we possess is choice. Very good. Reasons not to worry. That one looks pretty good. Anyways, let's talk about the quote we just read, actually. That's something to talk about. The greatest power we possess is choice. Let me take a bite of this and think about what I can say about that. Alright. The greatest power we possess is choice. A lot of people I've talked to, I've been in contact with, have said, no, but I had to. I had to say that. I had to tell them this. I had to do that. No, you didn't. You didn't have to. You chose to. And I'm not gonna lie. Those people have almost all been women. Which, not to offend, if any are watching, most women, not all, most, have a lot of trouble taking accountability. And you guys out there, you'll understand what I mean. The girls might get mad, but those aren't the kind of girls that need to be on my account. So I'm not talking to them. Everyone needs to take accountability. There's guys out there who don't, you know, but you need to be able to accept when you're wrong. And you need to be able to take accountability. You know, what did I say? Accept that you may be wrong and take responsibility for your actions. You know, if you did something or something bad happens, you say you did. You don't make excuses. Excuses get you nowhere. I don't know why people like to make excuses. I guess it's just easier to not put the blame on themselves and instead put it on other people. But then it can harm other people. It harms you, believe it or not. So, yeah, take accountability. This is pretty good. I need to work on more pronouncing my words completely. To me, it sounds like I'm doing it. But then when I watch these videos back, it sounds like I'm not like saying the entire word. And me not pronouncing the entire word is making it harder to understand, especially if I'm doing something that's making noise, or if, you know, I'm saying a lot of stuff at once. You know, I just need to pronounce my words more. Make sure you know the words that I'm saying. Let me see that one. Looks a lot weirder on camera. I don't know why. A lot different for me. Like recording myself eating, I usually don't eat a lot in front of other people. Not because of insecurity. I'm usually watching YouTube on my phone or watching Netflix or some sort of show. Like I said before, I'm kind of an iPad kid, but you know, recording myself, wanting to provide content, making me talk more, which is good. Let's see how much we have of this book left. What we got? I think there's 17 chapters, we're on 13. Let's see if we can make it a goal to finish the last 4 chapters of this book by the end of the week. That would be pretty good. I don't think it's going to happen, but I'll consider trying. Oh, I have another book over here I skipped over. Men's Work. I asked that for Christmas. It's currently July, like 22nd or 23rd, and I have yet to read any of it. Right now, I'm recording on an actual tripod, but this is what I usually use to record in the gym. And it's this. I had this ring light, and it was, the ring light would be right here. You'd clip it on your monitor, whatever you need it on. But to make it even better, I put a big magnet right there, a strong one. I can find something metal and show you how strong it is. I don't think so. Well, here's a whole thing. I'd be too fast for the camera to see how strong. Well, now it looks weak. Anyway, I don't really think you care much about the magnet strength. Well, it looks weak. Okay, whatever. Doesn't matter. I just remember I tried to show you yesterday, the day before, what I was actually filming the video on, and I couldn't show you because the phone was on it. But yeah, I still need the decision made on, well, not on, but for if on Wednesday I do another video on shoulders and abs or chest and triceps. And tomorrow's my chest and triceps day. So if I got any reply on the video tonight or by the morning, early in the morning, then I would do whatever the comment said. But like I said, I'm not gonna get very many views on this video. My last video got 5 views. You start somewhere. But if just one person who consistently watches commented on what they would rather see, then I would do that. Man, my fingers got stuck. I'm really running out of things to say. I'm trying not to be boring, but I'm also not super hungry right now. So I might honestly just let this sit here. And I mean, I got most of it down, you can see. Mainly chicken left. So I might actually let it sit on my counter. Or not my counter, my dresser. I might let it sit on my dresser. You know, take a shower, do face stuff, teeth whitener. Look at my teeth. My teeth are getting a lot whiter. I've been using these whitening strips. It's helped so much. Okay, maybe not put it in front of a yellow light. Let's see, here's a light. Okay, they still kind of look yellow in that. Anyways, well, that wasn't the best example. Maybe I'll throw up. Not throw up. I've been using them for like the last 4 days. Today's gonna be like the 5th day, I think. So, if I think about it, after I use it, then about right now, I'll throw up, or not then, but in a few seconds, I'll throw up the day one and then day now. And you'll see, I mean, it's pretty bad. But it's getting better. It's getting better. One thing. I'm gonna be a pro looks maxer. I ordered mouth tape. If you don't know what that is, you just tape your mouth shut when you're sleeping. It's supposed to prevent mouth breathing, snoring, and it's supposed to give you better jawline, which I don't know if you can see there. I don't really have much of one. I'm gonna show a little bit now, but in the other videos, there's definitely angles you can see. It's not the best, and I'm also about to bulk. Well, not about to bulk. I'm bulking right now, starting today, so not as much of a point of doing it. We'll see how it works out. I mean, we're not going to gain 50 pounds of fat. Our main goal in bulking is to gain muscle. You know, ask yourself this question. Would you rather gain muscles or gain eagers? Gain muscles or gain eagers? I'd rather gain muscles. Shall we do the eyebrow slit? Sorry. Should I redo the eyebrow slit? I don't know. I think so. You can't see the unibrow much, but I need to shave it. Again, I don't have a pump, but without a pump still look big. Look at that. You can see the separation in the muscles because of the size. It's like the curvature of my shoulder. Pretty good to me. Oops. Sorry if I made a bunch of noise. Well, I don't want this video to be too long, even though it already is. Oh gosh, hold on. So I'm probably gonna end the video here, and I'm gonna eat this off camera, but I also need to get the video out. I still need to take a shower. I still need to, you know, use the teeth whitening strips tonight for about 40 minutes, 45 minutes, and I'll probably put up that before or after. I probably did. And yeah, earlier I said I was gonna put in a video of my legs shaking, I think. Did I say that? If I didn't say that, it probably just sounded really out of context. But it was oh yeah, I did talk about that. I did. It was about the pump I had in Planet Fitness. Oh, not the pump in Planet Fitness. It was the leg workout I did in Planet Fitness, and I did all my other stuff before squat. So I had to do my squat with my legs shaking a bunch. Like I said, I would add the video over there. I'll do that, which you would have already seen it by now. Then there was something else I said I was gonna add in. It was probably a picture, maybe. Oh, it might have been the picture that I said my family thinks I'm on steroids after seeing because of how many of my veins right here are popping out. Like, you'll see me flex this on a lot because I have so many veins that pop out. I don't see them now, but so many pop out there. It's just my best veiny spot. But anyways, I'm gonna end the video here and probably go ahead and start the editing process a little bit. Throw up those clips while I remember. And yeah, I will see y'all in the next one. I will be doing either what if there's no comment, then I'll choose what I'm doing on Wednesday. And I don't know what that'll be, but yeah. Anyways, see you next time. I'm gonna finish my food, finish my creatine, edit this video, and try to post it by tonight.